Imagine two colossal titans locked in a battle for dominance, one a prehistoric alpha predator, the other a walking atomic inferno. This is not a movie, this is our planet's terrifying future. Who will be the victor? More importantly, who will survive the fight? This isn't a battle of good versus evil. This is nature's brutal calculus, survival of the fittest. The stakes, the survival of our species, our only hope, that these titans destroy each other before they destroy us. The concrete jungle becomes a real jungle as 120-meter-tall Godzilla lumbers through skyscrapers. His massive tail swings, smashing through buildings like they are made of paper. The ground trembles with each step he takes, sending shockwaves through the city streets. Buildings crumble like toys under his 90,000 metric ton weight. The once bustling cityscape is now a scene of chaos and destruction, with debris flying everywhere and the air thick with dust and smoke. Kong, a hair shorter at 102 meters, relies on agility. He moves with surprising speed and grace for his size, leaping from one skyscraper to another with ease. His powerful legs propel him through the air, and he lands with a force that shakes the ground. He leaps between buildings using his 4,000-kilogram fists to smash through walls. Each punch sends shockwaves through the structures, causing them to collapse in a cloud of dust and rubble. Kong's raw power is on full display as he tears through the urban landscape. Their first encounter is earth-shattering. The ground shakes as they collide, sending tremors through the city. The sheer force of their clash causes windows to shatter and buildings to sway. Godzilla unleashes his atomic breath, a 500-meter beam of pure radiation. The beam cuts through the air with a deafening roar, incinerating everything in its path. The intense heat and energy leave a trail of destruction in its wake. Kong dodges, the blast incinerating everything behind him. He moves with incredible speed, narrowly avoiding the deadly energy. The ground where the beam hits is scorched and blackened, a testament to its destructive power. The shockwave alone levels buildings for kilometers around. The force of the explosion sends debris flying in all directions, and the city is left in ruins. The once vibrant metropolis is now a wasteland, a stark reminder of the titanic battle that took place. Godzilla is a walking nuclear reactor. His skin, thick plates of bone and muscle, is impervious to conventional weapons. His atomic breath can level entire cities. He is fueled by radiation, drawing strength from the Earth itself. Godzilla is a force of nature, unstoppable and relentless, but he is not invincible. His massive size makes him a target. He is slow, lumbering, and his reliance on radiation could be exploited. Kong is the underdog. In the vast wilderness of Skull Island, he stands as a symbol of raw power and resilience. But he is no mere ape. His intelligence sets him apart from any other creature in the wild. He is intelligent, capable of using tools and strategy. Kong can craft weapons from his surroundings, turning the environment into his arsenal. He is incredibly strong, able to lift objects over 20,000 metric tons, twice his own weight. His strength is unmatched, making him a formidable opponent. And he is fast, agile enough to dodge even Godzilla's atomic breath. His speed and agility allow him to outmaneuver his enemies with ease. Kong's biggest advantage is his intelligence. He can analyze his surroundings and come up with strategies on the fly. He can adapt, learn, and exploit weaknesses. Every encounter makes him stronger and more prepared for the next challenge. He can use his environment to his advantage. Whether it's using the terrain to hide or finding the perfect vantage point, Kong knows how to turn the tide in his favor. And he has something Godzilla doesn't: a reason to fight beyond survival. Kong's connection to Skull Island is deep and personal. He is fighting to protect something: his home, his territory, and the creatures that inhabit it. This gives him a purpose and a drive that fuels his every move. Kong's roar echoes through the island, a declaration of his dominance and his unyielding spirit. He is not just a king, he is a guardian, a protector of his realm. Despite his immense power, Kong shows compassion and understanding towards the creatures of Skull Island. This balance of strength and empathy makes him a true leader. As threats loom on the horizon, Kong stands ready. His determination and unwavering resolve make him a force to be reckoned with. The God of Skull Island is not just a title, it's a testament to his legacy. Their battle rages across the city. Skyscrapers topple as Godzilla slams his bulk against them. Kong uses the falling debris as cover, launching surprise attacks on the larger monster. Each blow from Kong's fists sends shockwaves rippling through the ground. The city becomes a wasteland. Millions flee in terror, but there's nowhere to run. The battle spills out into the ocean, generating monstrous tsunamis that crash against coastlines for thousands of kilometers. Godzilla, enraged, unleashes a full-powered atomic blast. The ocean boils, the air crackles with energy. For a moment it seems Kong is finished, but then he emerges from the inferno, singed but alive. He roars, a primal scream of defiance. Kong charges, his fur ablaze. He leaps onto Godzilla's back, hammering his fists against the monster's thick hide. Godzilla roars in pain, thrashing in the water. The earth itself seems to tremble under the force of their struggle. The battle rages for days, each titan refusing to yield. Finally exhausted, they separate. Godzilla limps back into the ocean depths. Kong collapses on the shattered remains of the city, victorious but wounded. The world watches in stunned silence. The titans are gone, but the scars of their battle remain. Cities are rubble, coastlines are redrawn. The planet's climate is in chaos. The age of man is over. The age of monsters has begun. What does the future hold for humanity? In these uncertain times, we find ourselves standing at a crossroads. The choices we make today will shape the world of tomorrow. Will we rise to the challenge, or will we succumb to the weight of our own fears and failures? Will we rebuild from the ashes? Can we find the strength within ourselves to create a new beginning, to forge a path forward despite the overwhelming odds? The resilience of the human spirit has been tested time and again, and yet we have always found a way to persevere. Or are we doomed to live in the shadow of these titans, forever at their mercy? These colossal beings, these forces of nature, remind us of our own fragility. They loom over us, casting long shadows that stretch across our cities and our lives. Are we destined to be mere spectators in our own story, powerless to change our fate? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the world will never be the same. The clash of Godzilla and Kong was more than just a battle. It was a wake-up call. A reminder that we are not the masters of this planet, we are merely tenants. And the rent is now overdue. The scars left by their conflict are a testament to the fragility of our existence. As we look to the future, we must ask ourselves, will we learn from this experience, or will we continue to repeat the mistakes of the past? The choice is ours, and the clock is ticking.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. That's all for Nifty Narration.